Zohran Mamdani has won the New York City mayoral election in a historic victory. The result marks a major success for Democrats in the first major elections of Donald Trump's second presidential term. At 34 years old, Mamdani becomes the first Muslim and the youngest person in more than a century to lead the largest city in the United States. Speaking to supporters in Queens, Mamdani said in his victory speech, "In this moment of political darkness, New York will be the light." Before the election, President Donald Trump had threatened to cut federal funding to New York City if Mamdani defeated independent candidate Andrew Cuomo and Republican Curtis Sliwa. After the results were announced, Trump reacted on social media, writing, "And so it begins." Mamdani's campaign has been described as a grassroots movement, powered by young voters, immigrants, and working-class New Yorkers. Political analysts say he reshaped the city's electorate by bringing thousands of new voters to the polls and redefining what city politics could look like. His victory marks the end of an era dominated by long-standing political families. Independent candidate Andrew Cuomo, representing a well-known political dynasty, congratulated Mamdani and called the result a mandate for change. In his speech, Mamdani told the crowd, "We have toppled a political dynasty. This is not just my victory, it's yours." New York City now faces several major challenges, including the housing crisis, rising living costs, and public safety concerns. Mamdani has pledged to keep current levels of NYPD staffing, but to create a new Department of Community Safety that will send trained mental health professionals to handle nonviolent emergency calls. In 2020, following the killing of George Floyd, Mamdani called for the defunding of the police, but he has since revised his position, saying he now supports smart safety instead of soft safety. The election night brought broader success for Democrats nationwide. The party also secured victories in the governor races in Virginia and New Jersey, while voters in California approved a measure to redraw the state's congressional districts in favor of Democrats ahead of next year's elections. Political observers say Mamdani's win represents a generational shift in American politics, one that reflects a younger, more diverse, and progressive wave of leadership emerging across the country.